Hey, I get it when you're standing in the garage looking at a metal beast that promises 26 CFM and a 7.5 horsepower motor. The excitement can be tempered by a nagging doubt. Will this actually keep up with my weekend projects, you ask yourself, because the last thing you want is to spend a few $100 on a compressor that huffs on a nail gun and then quits as soon as you try to power a paint sprayer. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'm going to walk you through why the EMAX 80-gallon, two-stage unit might be the right fit or why you might want to look elsewhere before you hit that buy button. First off, let's talk about what you're really putting a compressor to. If you're a hobbyist who drills a few holes a week, a portable 2-gallon kit is usually enough. But once you start tackling larger jobs, think automotive bodywork, furniture building, or a full-scale garage renovation, the demand on your air system spikes. The EMAX's 26 CFM at 100 psi translates to a steady stream of air that can keep an inch impact wrench running for minutes without the motor chugging or the tank draining. In my own experience, using a similar flow rate on a spray gun for a car paint job means you can finish a full door in under 10 minutes without stopping to let the tank refill. That's the kind of real-world productivity you'll actually notice, not just a spec sheet headline. Now, the machine isn't just about raw numbers. The two-stage pump, splash lubricated and rated for up to 50,000 hours, means the engine runs smoother under load. Think of it like a dual-clutch transmission. The first stage builds pressure quickly for low-demand tools, while the second stage kicks in when you need that extra push for high-flow applications. For a contractor who moves between a nail gun, a sandblaster, and a pneumatic grinder in a single day, that transition is practically seamless. The manual tank drain is another detail that often gets overlooked, but it's a small convenience that saves you from dealing with water buildup when the unit sits idle for long stretches. I've seen newer models with automatic drains that sometimes malfunction, leaving a puddle in the bottom of the tank. The manual valve on this EMAX is simple, reliable, and you can clear it with a quick turn of the handle. Durability is a big selling point for any stationary compressor, and that's where the Ohio-built, industrial-grade chassis comes into play. The metal frame is bolted, not welded, which makes it easier to service if something does go wrong. In a workshop that sees heavy foot traffic, that kind of ruggedness means the unit is less likely to be knocked out of alignment by a stray trolley or a dropped wrench. The 200 max PSI rating also gives you headroom for tools that require higher pressures, think sanders or specialized agricultural equipment, so you're not forced to upgrade later just because you outgrow the pressure ceiling. Who should consider buying this? If you're a serious DIYer, a small-scale contractor, or an automotive enthusiast who already owns multiple pneumatic tools, the 80-gallon tank size gives you a comfortable buffer. You'll rarely hear the compressor kick in because the tank can store enough air to run a tire inflator, a rivet gun, and a finish sprayer all at once. The 7.5 HP motor provides the torque needed to keep the pump running under sustained demand, so you won't find yourself riding the low-end hum while a spray gun sputters out. Basically, anyone whose workflow involves more than intermittent bursts of air will appreciate the steadiness that this machine provides. Who should skip it? If your primary use case is occasional home repairs like fixing a leaky faucet or assembling flat-pack furniture, a 80-gallon unit is overkill, both in terms of space and cost. Those looking for a portable, grab-and-go solution will find the footprint too big for a truck bed or a small workshop. Also, if you're sensitive to noise, this model sits in the 70 decibel range, which is typical for a 7.5 HP two-stage compressor but can still be louder than a 1 HP single-stage unit. In a residential setting where you need to keep the noise down for neighbors, you might want to consider a quieter, lower horsepower alternative. Let's dig into a couple of practical strengths that become evident after you've got the unit up and running. The first is the consistency of pressure during long sessions. I've seen users on forums mention that some compressors lose pressure after 10 minutes of continuous spray, forcing them to pause and let the tank refill. The EMAX's two-stage design maintains pressure much better because the second stage takes over early, preventing that dip. In a real-world scenario, imagine you're applying a polyurethane finish to a deck. You can keep the sprayer going for the entire surface without having to stop every few minutes to let the tank catch up. That saves time, reduces overspray, and ultimately leads to a smoother finish. Another real-world advantage is the simplicity of maintenance. The Splash lubricated pump means you don't have to worry about